Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
But you're not looking back, you're looking forward. You're looking to get back into action this weekend, and then we're looking for a big 2021.
Yeah, massively, mate. I mean, obviously, 2020 weren't the year we all hoped for, was it? Well, to start with.
Absolutely. Obviously, you're it's kind of a, with all due respect to Michael Guy this weekend, you're obviously looking at this to get some to rust off. Obviously, any fighter is a dangerous fighter, but there's no doubt that you'll have your plans in place with Eddie and with Tony Sims for what's going to happen next.
Yeah, 100%. But look, like, obviously I've boxed better opposition, but for me now, Mike Guy is the most dangerous opponent in front of me and the most important fight to happen. So, I mean, if I've got to come through this to look to build on and make momentum for a big 2021.
Fantastic. Great. I think we've got some questions lined up. So Ames first, please, mate.
Ames here for Boxing News TV. Pleasure to see you again, John. How are you?
And you, mate, I'm not too bad. Weren't too long ago we was talking like this, was it?
No, it wasn't too long ago. I mean, it's good to see you going to be back in the ring on Friday again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm buzzing. It's great to be here. Obviously, we're locked up at the moment for the next 4 hours, possibly, maybe 5. But yeah, it's great to be here. Hopefully, we'll all get the negative results and we can all mingle in the bubble as of this evening or tomorrow morning and really get the fight week underway.
So you haven't had the result just yet?
No, I was tested at 10:30 this morning. I think a few of us were before and after. So yeah, we should all know by this evening, hopefully.
Hopefully you get the result you want in there. When I spoke to you last time, the opponent wasn't finalised, but it's now all over the line, pending obviously anything crazy happening. Good to be just back in the ring, full stop for sure.
Oh, 100%. I mean, the result I wanted was 3 points for Arsenal the other day. So yeah, better. So a negative corona test will be even better.
I read you talking about this fight being an added bonus for you in that you're sharing the bill with one of your all-time favourites, Triple G. Talk to me about how you, as a fighter, view and appreciate what Triple G does in the ring. Well,
look, he's a beast, isn't he? That you can see what he's done, and against British fighters I respect, and he's dismantled them. Do you know what I mean? He's a great fighter. I've been lucky enough to come over to the States last year and fight on a Canelo undercard, and I mean, we're talking about ticking things off the wish list here. Do you know what I mean? To box on a Canelo undercard now, a Golovkin undercard will be a great thing.
Is he someone you'd want if it could be made in the future?
Listen, if he wants to come up to 168, then let's have it. Anyone. But yeah, there's no future for me at 160. I'd have to cut a leg off, and there's no Paralympic boxing just yet.
Michael Guy, look, you're the consummate professional. Is this a case of just being professional and taking Michael Guy as he is, and like you said, the toughest opponent to date in your career?
No, look, Mike Guy's got my respect. I mean, most people I've boxed have been 6 foot plus and always been the bigger guy, and I'm going against Mike Guy, who's, I think he's an inch shorter. And yeah, I mean, every advantage I used in the past myself is now against me, so it's got to be strange, something I have to adjust and work with, but I'm looking forward to it.
I understand that you've said that you're on standby for the Canelo-Callum Smith fight. Could you confirm that for me?
Eddie did mention it just in case there was any negative results, but I mean, I think I'm 5 hours away by plane, and I mean, yeah, I mean, if something really goes wrong, then we'll be there, but fully focused on Mike Guy and fighting this Friday, not Saturday.
Would you be on standby in the event Canelo pulled out for some reason? So what I'm saying is would you then come in against Callum Smith? Would that happen?
Well, I don't know how that would work. I'm sure they would keep the show going as this a big event, but obviously, to be fair, the fans over here are here to see Canelo, aren't they? And he's the big draw. So yeah, I mean, I really don't know. I don't think they would scrap a show, but yeah, I mean, I suppose it works both ways.
And not looking past your opponent, but is it all eyes on Chudov next year, if and when you come through this fight and have a big 2021?
No, honestly, I was firmly focused on Mike Guy, get a job there and enjoy Christmas, then look towards 2021.
And my two final questions in one. Can I get your prediction for your fight with Mike Guy? And can I take your prediction for Callum Smith versus Canelo, please?
A win for me and a win for my little ginger sidekick, Canelo.
All the best. Thank you for your time, John.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Matt, behind the gloves next, please.
Hi, John. How's it going?
I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, all good, pal. What's preparation been like in the build-up to this fight? Obviously, with the pandemic going on, have you had to adjust anything or adapt your training in a certain way?
It's been long and uncertain. I mean, obviously, the first lockdown, I was fully locked down at home with missus and kids, so doing what I could at home. Through, I think, in mid-June, early July, I was back in the gym, helping the lads out with sparring towards their dates, just trying to work on a date for myself. Was looking like September, then pushed back to November. Nothing really come of that. So then we was looking at the AJ undercard, and then this come up. So I mean, a bit further than the O2, but it's nice to be out again.
The last time you were out, obviously, everyone knows you were in a very close fight with Callum Smith. A lot of people had you winning that fight, although that was obviously a bit of a downer for you. But do you think more good than bad came out of that because you showed that you are able to compete at world level and that you're ready for these big, these big clashes?
Yeah, I think it didn't my career any harm. I just think the only downside to it is that we've had this trap start to a year where neither one of us could move on from it, and we've been treading water now for a year, and both it's still fresh on so many people's mind, that last fight of us two, all changing Friday and Saturday when we both have our next bouts and we can move forward.
What do you know about your opponent coming into this? Obviously, everyone's mentioned you're heavily favoured for this fight. Is it difficult though not to overlook at what could be for next year?
No, not at all. I mean, listen, it's a long time out the ring, a year. You look at Mike Guy, he's what's he had, 12 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw. But I mean, he's only ever been stopped by Derevyanchenko, and we know what Derevyanchenko brings to the table. He had a good fight with Golovkin, tough fight with Charlo. He's a real tough cookie, and I know he's a career middleweight, but he's a big puncher. So I mean, it was late on in the fight when Mike Guy got stopped. Maybe it was tiredness, but yeah, he's obviously a tough customer, and like I say, he's a shorter guy than me, so it's going to be something I have to adapt to and overcome.
Do you think the fight goes the distance, or do you think you'll be able to get him out there?
I'm just going to take my time. Hopefully, you can get him out of there. But listen, if it's not no problem if it goes to points, because it'd be nice to get some rounds on my belt. It's been a year.
No worries. Thanks for your time, John, and
thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, Matt. And Deck Taylor next, please.
Cheers, Ant. Hi, John. How are you, mate?
I'm good, mate. You?
Good, yeah, not too bad, not too bad. Obviously, like you said, there's been a year, well, over a year now since the Smith fight, but also during lockdown or since boxing's come back, has obviously been some great nights, like in the fight camp stuff and beyond that as well. How hard has that been? For fans, it's been great, but how hard has it been for you just watching these fights happen and not being able to get a date and not being able to get involved?
Well, listen, initially it's been that the whole lockdown thing wasn't the end of the world for me. I've got a young family, so it was nice to spend time with them. But fair enough, it was nice to watch my teammates do well, watch Ted Cheeseman get his career back on track with a win over Eggert, and watch Felix Cash really step up and beat Jason Wellborn. So I'd say get a lot of joy from watching my friends do well and start winning, and look at the performance Conor Ben put in. It was like, I've helped all these people in preparation for their camp. So I knew my time would come, and it was just about getting fit and being ready. And now I've got the trump card, I suppose, 'cause I've got to go out to Florida where they boxed in Brentwood.
So that the first lockdown anyway, that was your first real time as a sort of stay-at-home dad, I guess, because you're in the gym the rest of the time. So you've had a bit of time to do that. It must be nice. Yeah,
it has been. I mean, I've got 2 kids and a partner, and I've realised that they're quite nice people, having spent so much time with them. So she might not say the same about me, and neither the kids. But no, it's been nice. I mean, and this boxing life passes you by so quickly, and it's nice to kind of press the pause button a bit and get to do something different to the norm.
Obviously, this one day before Callum Smith's out as well, as it happens. Is he, or the rematch with him, is he still the target, or if he loses, is he, out of the picture as far as you're concerned? How do you see that?
For me, if he loses, he goes up to 175 because I think that's the natural move for him. I think that his time is limited at 168. I think I showed that last year. I'm actually surprised he's having such a big fight at 168, but I mean, I suppose if you're going to lose to anyone at this weight, then let it be the pound for pound number 1.
Just one last one. I know you don't want to look beyond Friday, but if all goes well and you could pick your next opponent, who's the number 1 target for you?
I'd like some of the big names in the sports. I've openly called out Danny Jacobs and Canelo, so I'm happy to step up. But I mean, Eddie has spoke about the fight with Chudinoff for the WBA regular, so I'm really open to that. The potential of fighting David Lemieux. I mean, there's no needle there, but that fight was meant to happen a year ago on the Canelo undercard and didn't materialise because he got a hand injury. So, I mean, these are both fights that I'd love to make.
Nice one. Thanks, mate. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dick. And Ryan Elliott next, please.
Hiya, John. How are you doing?
I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good. Look, I'm only one from me. I think the guys have covered just about everything. Just to touch on Mike Guy, obviously fighting him Friday night. Very durable guy. You mentioned he's only been stopped by Derevianchenko. Even that was after 8 rounds. Was it important for you to see out the year and return against someone that is going to give you rounds after a year of inactivity and going into big fights next year?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no point in going in there and blasting someone out in 1 round. Do you know what I mean? It's been a year at the ring. I want to test myself and just get the engine going properly and give it a good run out. And I mean, not saying that that's the sole purpose. I mean, Mike Guy's obviously got different plans for this, so I'm going to have to be fully focused on it and not take it lightly at all.
I think Ames touched on it. Gennady Golovkin is someone you admire immensely. All being well with your fight, you're going to be sneaking out and trying to catch the main event as well?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I don't know what the rules are here, if you can watch or if you've got to get back to the bubble or such. But yeah, hopefully I can get out close and watch it ringside and see him up close.
All right, John, well, all the best and thank you for joining us.
Cheers, Ryan. Thank you, mate.
Thanks, Ryan. And Gail Falkenthal with the last question for John, please.
Thank you very much. Hello, John.
Hi.
I was with a lot of people who questioned those scorecards a year ago. Do you think it was one of those fights which, despite the loss on your record, raised your stature in the eyes of many people?
Gail, can I just ask, is that a backdrop or is that your real living room?
That, I will confess, is a backdrop.
Oh, it looks lovely. But,
We're in the spirit, man. We're in the spirit.
Oh, no, it looks great. Yeah, no, do you know what? I took a lot of credit from that fight, and I just feel that boxing fans are real. I mean, they obviously they can be fickle at times, but they just, I think fight fans want to see justice. And I mean, majority of the people, the feedback I've had on social media has been very pro that I should be world champion now, but I'm not, and things didn't work out that way.
Sometimes they don't, but you never know what comes of them. Thank you so much and all the best this week. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Great stuff. Thanks, Gail, and thanks, John. Have a good one out there, mate. Take it easy. Best to Tony and the rest of the boys, and get back home safe. Get out of the ring safe and get back home safe.
All right, mate.
See you next year, John.
See you soon, mate.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
This is something that comes along every now and then in generation, and it's special.
Is your debt causing you sleepless nights? Knock your debt out with Debt KO. And your debt won't be the only thing keeping you up at night. Debt KO, free impartial advice on all your debt.